In this video, we're going to go over the basics of navigating through Windows 8, and we'll also talk about using the Charms bar to access your settings and other options. When you start up your computer, the first thing you'll see is the lock screen, and you can click anywhere to go to the login screen. If you want to log in as a different user, you can click the back arrow. Otherwise, type your password, and then press Enter, and the start screen will appear. If you'd like to switch to the desktop, you can either click the tile that says Desktop, or hold down the Windows key on your keyboard and press D. And here you can manage your files and folders the way that you would in earlier versions of Windows. However, it's not exactly the same as earlier versions. The biggest difference is that the Start button is gone, and instead you'll use the Start screen to launch apps. To go back to the Start screen, you can either click in the lower left corner, or press the Windows key on your keyboard. At this point, you may want to explore some of the built-in apps, for example, the Travel app. And you can always go back to the Start screen by clicking in the lower left corner. You can switch back to the last app that you used by clicking in the upper left corner, or by pressing Alt-Tab on your keyboard. This time, instead of just switching back to the Start screen, I'd like to completely close this app. And I'll do that by clicking the top of the app and dragging all the way down to the bottom of the screen. If you have several apps open at once, you can switch between them by hovering in the upper left corner and then moving the mouse down and selecting the app that you want. To view two apps at once, you can just click the top of the app, drag to the left or the right, and then select the other app that you'd like to see. Now I'll close both of these apps by dragging them down. Whether you're viewing the Start screen, the desktop, or an app, you can use the Charms bar to access several different options. Just hover the mouse in the lower right or upper right corner of the screen, and each of these icons is called a charm. The Search charm lets you find apps, files, and settings on your computer. The Share charm lets you send information from one app to another. For example, you could share a photo with the SkyDrive app, which will upload the photo to your SkyDrive. The Start charm is just a different way to switch back to the Start screen. The Devices charm will show you the printers and other devices that are connected to your computer. And the Settings charm lets you access settings for the current app, as well as general settings for your computer. You can also go here to shut down your computer. Finally, if you're looking for the control panel, you can get to it by switching to the desktop, and then going to the Settings charm and clicking Control Panel. So those are the basics of navigating with Windows 8.